Hi everybody, it's Eric Kosinski here, and if you run or work for a high-ticket B2B company, then cold outreach is probably a key part of your client acquisition strategy. So over the next few minutes, you will learn three things. First of all, how to massively reduce prospecting time. Second of all, how to increase the quality of your outreach list by at least 20%. And lastly, how to create truly personalized messages that are not lame. So let's get started. So recently I helped a B2B high ticket company improve their cold outreach process. And typically with cold outreach campaigns, you start by building your list. So you would log into softwares like Apollo or ZoomInfo or LinkedIn Sales Navigator or any other B2B online database. You would start applying different filters, and then you would download your list, you will write your email messages, and you would start sending out email messages. And even though it sounds like a simple process, there are major problems along the way, and there are at least a few major problems along the way. So first of all, those lists are rarely perfect. In fact, I've tested multiple different softwares, and even if you apply precise filters, you get at least 20% of prospects that are not a good fit for your services or your products. And let me give you an example. Let's say you want to reach out to fitness coaches who run their own personal training business. And even if you apply the right filters, you would still get people like fitness coaches who are no longer in business. So people who have already retired or basically just shut down their business. You would also get fitness coaches who work a 9-to-5 job and they don't really have their own business. You would also get gym owners. You would also get manufacturers, like manufacturers of fitness equipment, gym clothes, or fitness supplements. You would also get e-commerce store owners, so people who sell fitness related equipment, but they aren't really fitness coaches. So they would sell, fitness supplements, gym equipment, or gym clothes. And you would probably also get software companies, software companies that sell to fitness coaches. You'd probably get them as well, and you would probably get a few more segments. And reaching out to unqualified prospects is, first of all, a huge waste of time, but also it's a wasted opportunity because obviously they aren't going to buy from you. And on the other hand, manually verifying every single lead definitely is not practical. If you are reaching out to thousands of prospects per month, it's, I would say, even impossible. So you need some sort of an automation, like an intelligent automation. And there are several ways to verify your prospects and to make sure they are qualified, because you can use AI models to track your prospect social media profiles. You can track what type of softwares they use. You can track their email newsletters. You can see if they run any ads on social media. You could scan their website's content or functionality. You can probably there are many more things that you can track and to see if your prospects are the right fit for your products or services. For this particular client, I built an AI-driven automation that visits each prospect's website, and then it follows my instructions or criteria to determine whether they are an ideal match for my client's products. And the automation can run either on a schedule, so like for example once a day or every few hours. And if it runs on schedule, then it's basically gonna watch for any new rows. So like for example, if you have 100 rows on day one and the automation is set to run once a day, if you have 200 rows on day two, it would still take 200 leads. So it waits for those new leads to appear. So it's a very easy to manage automation, and also it can run on demand. So like for example, each time you need to verify your list, you just log in, you trigger the automation, and it can scan that list. And it's also capable of handling large volumes. So even if you have thousands or even tens of thousands of leads, the only bottleneck is how many credits you have with those large language models like ChatGPT. So if you have lots of credits, then you're not really, you can definitely handle large volume. And now that you know how to save time and how to improve your list quality, let's talk about true personalization. Because typically when people try to personalize their messages with AI, they might say something like, "Hey name, I loved your recent LinkedIn post about XYZ. I totally agree." And then they transition to selling something. And usually they transition to selling something that's completely unrelated to their personalization. And that's not really effective. And that's also kind of lame. And there is a much better way to personalize your messages. And it also allows you to make your personalization relevant to what you actually sell. And so, for example, if you run an ad agency, let's just use that as an example, you can use AI to see if a company is running active ads on let's say Meta. So you can check if they have any active campaigns on Meta, and then you can also use AI to scan their website's code to see, for example, how many megabytes that is, and that can tell you if the page loads quickly or slowly. Once you have those two pieces of information, or you can also check for like tracking codes. Tracking codes are very important for paid ads, because if you have incorrectly installed tracking codes, then most likely you don't really measure your conversions properly. So once you have those pieces of information, your personalization could look something like this. "Hi name, I noticed you are running ads on Facebook, but your landing page isn't optimized for speed. Doesn't that affect your conversion rates?" And then you transition to whatever you are selling. Or you could say something like, "Hey name, I saw your Facebook ads, but it looks like your tracking codes might be misconfigured or set up incorrectly. Isn't that impacting your conversion rates?" Now you could, if you spend a few more minutes crafting that personalization line, it would be even better. And that's truly related to what you sell. That's truly personalized. And there is no way someone would think that you send that to thousands of prospects, because it really feels personalized, even though it's totally automated. So this is just a quick example. You can obviously refine it further, but the key is that it's truly personalized, it's relevant to what you sell, and it's not lame, and it's also automated. So business outcomes. So there are three main business outcomes. So first of all, this particular automation didn't really save my client any time because no one really manually verifies thousands of leads anyway, but it significantly improved the quality of their outreach list. And actually I measured this, and for this particular client the improvement was by about 20%. Secondly, it reduced the time spent on unprofitable sales activities, because they no longer had to deal with unqualified prospects. And finally, so this client actually already had a way of personalizing their messages. But for you, this automation could help you implement fully automated but also genuine personalizations to your email messages, and ones that are actually relevant to what you are selling. And personalization that's not really lame. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. That's it. If your business is ready to be transformed by an AI-driven workforce, reach out to us via this email that you can see on your screen right now. Let's have a quick chat, and thank you so much. Cheers.